It is 6:17 in the morning, and the Oscar nominations are about to come out, so let's watch them live. Not sure it's just a black screen, but let's go.
Good morning, afternoon, evening. I may be in the movie capital of the world, but movies really live wherever you come together in theaters or in your homes to share great stories told on the screen. And today we celebrate that, thanks to the nearly 9,500 voting members of the Academy. They're movie makers, sure, but really movie lovers about to share the films they've loved the most this year. I hope you're doing the same with your friends and your family. Now's the time. Movie lovers unite. Let's meet your announcement hosts, Tracy Ellis-Ross and Leslie Jordan.
I am so excited. I went to sleep dressed like this. Now let's go to the Oscars, Tracy. What time are you picking me up?
Uh-oh, Leslie, someone did not read the memo. The Oscars are not tonight. They're on March 27th. This morning, we just announced the nominees.
This is why I hate being hunkered down. I never know what day it is or month. But if it's not the Oscars, why are you dressed so nice?
Oh, this old thing? This is my workout outfit, Leslie. I just threw this on to go to cycling class in an hour. All right. This year's Oscars theme is Movie Lovers Unite, and during this next half hour, we will be joined by some very special movie lovers across the country to help us announce some of the nominees. Are you ready, Leslie?
Wait, I'll be right back. This outfit, it doesn't feel right for the Oscar announcement.
Okay. All right, well, Oscar nominees in most categories are chosen by members of their respective branches, but nominees for Best Picture are chosen by the entire Academy membership. And if you stay tuned to find out how this year you, the fans, will be able to get to vote for your favorite movie and movie moment featured on the Oscar telecast.
Now I'm ready. I love it. Understated and traditional.
Very much understated.
Here are the nominees for performance by an actress in a supporting role.
Jessie Buckley in The Lost Daughter.
Okay.
Ariana DeBose in West Side Story.
Okay.
Judi Dench in Belfast.
Okay.
Kirsten Dunst in Power of the Dog. And Ingenue Ellis in King Richard.
No. Catriona Balfe, interesting.
My turn. Here are the nominees for achievement in costume design.
Ooh.
Cruella.
Okay.
Cyrano.
Okay.
Dune.
Dune, yes.
Nightmare Alley.
Nightmare Alley.
And West Side Story.
Alright.
I'm a little hurt my costume wasn't nominated again. Well, maybe next year. Here are the nominees for achievement in sound. Belfast. Dune.
Okay.
No Time to Die. The Power of the Dog. And West Side Story.
As part of our movie lovers uniting across the country, let's go to Troy, Michigan. Joining us are 11 healthcare professionals from Beaumont Hospital. Reading the nominees is physician's assistant and fellow movie lover, Shantia Bobo Harden, who loves the movie Girl Trip. Shantia, over to you.
Thank you, Tracy. Here are the nominees for achievement in music. Original score. Don't Look Up.
Okay.
Dune.
Interesting. Dune, love that.
Encanto.
Oh, Encanto. That's
Parallel
nice.
Mothers.
That's
And The
interesting.
Power of the Dog.
Alright.
Thank you so much, Shantia. And thank you to all the healthcare workers at Beaumont and all across the country who do so much for all of us. Thank you. Leslie, wait. Is that an official Oscar pendant? And if so, why didn't I get one?
I borrowed it from your Oscar nominations gift basket.
Ah, okay.
And now, adapted screenplay, the nominees are Coda, screenplay by Sean Hayter.
Okay.
Screen by Ryusuke
I'll drive
Hamaguchi
my car.
and Taka Masaoa. Dune, screenplay
yes.
by John Spates, Denis Villeneuve, and Eric Roth.
The Lost Daughter, written by Maggie Gyllenhaal.
And The Power of the Dog, written by
Okay.
Jane Campion.
Okay.
Here are the nominees for original screenplay. Belfast, written by Kenneth Branagh.
Don't Look Up, screenplay by Adam McKay, story by Adam McKay
Man,
and David
of course.
Sirota.
King Richard, written by Zach Balin.
Richard.
Licorice Pizza, written by
Okay,
Paul Thomas
Licorice
Anderson.
Pizza.
And The Worst Person in the World, written
Oh.
by Eskil Vogt and
Interesting.
Joachim Trier.
Here are the nominees for Best Animated Short Film. Affairs of the Bestia, Box Ballet, Robin Robin, and The Windshield Wiper. Another category for me. Back to back Leslie again. I think they like my announcer voice. And now, the nominees
Is
for Best
this,
Live Action
man?
Short Film.
Well done.
A La Cachu, Take and Run, The Dress, The Long Goodbye, On My Mind,
I haven't
and
seen any
Please
of these
Hold.
shorts, but good for them.
So appropriate that I just
Saw
announced
Riz
animated
Ahmed's
short
name.
film and live action short for I Am Animated and Short.
Oh, Leslie. And now here are the nominees for performance by an actor in a supporting role. Kareen Hines in Belfast.
Okay.
Troy Kotzer in Coda.
Okay.
Jesse Plemons in The Power of the Dog.
Interesting.
J.K. Simmons in Being the Ricardos.
Oh,
and
wow.
Cody Smith-McPhee in Power of the
Okay.
Dog.
J.K. Simmons.
In
That's
just
cool.
a few minutes, we've got more nominee announcements coming up, including those for lead actor and actress, director, and best picture. How much fun is this?
Well, this is the most fun I have ever had at 5:25 in the morning. Not.
You can tell that Leslie and I are bristling. We are bristling with diversity. We are bringing diversity to these announcements. I am Moderna.
And I am sparkling Pfizer.
Leslie, are you boosted?
Why, yes, Tracy, I'm sitting on a pillow.
Okay, joining us is another movie lover, film enthusiast, Reese Feldman. Reese, what's your reaction to the nominees for supporting actress? Tell us everything.
This is such a stacked category. I love it so much. Jessie Buckley for The Lost Daughter. I really loved her and I'm thinking of ending things, so I'm really excited that she's getting recognized for this. Although Olivia Colman's
loved
getting a
her
lot
too,
of praise for
but
her performance
I
in
haven't
this
seen
movie,
Lost Daughter yet.
it's Jessie Buckley who helps move the story
Honestly, I haven't
forward
seen,
into
like,
from
quite
the
a
past.
few of these, but
So she's just
I'm
incredible.
definitely gonna watch them
Ariana
soon.
DeBose, hearing her name announced really just made me smile. Simply put, she's perfect as Anita in West Side Story. And for a character that's already won Rita Moreno an Oscar 60 years prior, it's just so incredible to me that she was able to step into this role and just make it entirely her own. Dame Judi Dench for Belfast, 7-time Oscar nominee, already won back in '98 for Shakespeare in Love. She's just so dialed in throughout this entire film and just plays great off of Ciarán Hinds. And I'm kind of excited to see her maybe get a second win. Kirsten Dunst for The Power of the Dog. This was one I was really hoping for. I mean, that piano scene, gosh. She is such a talent, and I really hope this is the role that she's going to be remembered for moving forward. And I think the success of the movie largely deals with how good she is. And lastly, definitely not least, Ingenue Ellis. She has been consistently amazing in every role that she's been in for decades. And although she plays a supporting role in King Richard, she really does feel like an additional lead next to Will Smith for just how much power she brings to the performance. So it was just a great category.
What's your take on the costume nominees, or on my costume?
Yours is fantastic, and it's the biggest snub here. It should have been nominated. But yes, Cruella. Honestly, a really fun surprise of a movie of 2021, and obviously the costumes are such a focus. It's a fashion movie. The 70s London just does so much for it, and every dress genuinely looks like it deserves to be at the Met Gala. Cyrano, I'm a sucker for period pieces, and the fact that it takes place in 17th century France just feels like it was written for me. The formal wear, the military uniforms, the design of the plays, it's all just so good. Dune, I think, is such a cool nomination because it's a sci-fi movie, and it's really tough to submerge a viewer in the reality of the film, and because of the costuming, it kind of grounds us in this futuristic reality. It's advanced yet familiar. Nightmare Alley, I really liked that. It has just so many different settings. The carnival scenes are great, and the costuming in that is wonderful. And the worlds that Guillermo del Toro crafts, the costumes absolutely match it, and the whole look of the film is wonderful. And lastly, West Side Story. This film, 60 years prior, has already won an Oscar for costume design, and I really wouldn't be surprised if it wins again. The costumes, the color, the attention to detail, the way that each costume kind of speaks to the characters as individuals.
Why is the
it's
French
really
Dispatch
just,
playing
one
on
of the
this
many
mini
reasons
screen
why I
on the
love that
left?
movie so much this year.
What categories are you most excited to see coming up?
Oh, I've been dying to see who's going to get nominated for Best Picture. That's one I've been waiting the whole year for.
And do you see any trends? Do you see any trends developing? Anything that's you can cue us into?
Not you.
I don't know. I feel like it's too early to say. I really love who's been nominated, but I'm interested to see, I guess, also Best Film Editing. That's one that I always love to look out for, and I'm always interested to how the Academy voters decide. So that's definitely another one that I'm kind of really looking forward to.
Well, thank you so much, Reese. It's really been fun hearing your take on all of this, and we'll be checking back in with you
For
later.
who?
Sounds great.
So, Leslie, how's it feeling on your side?
Feeling good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We
Seems
back?
so rushed. Hearing your name announced this morning is a moment each nominee will never forget. Not that I would know what an Oscar nomination is like, but a boy
there
can
even a
dream.
way?
Oh, Leslie and a girl can dream too.
For those hunker downers just joining us, good morning.
Good morning! And for those who have been
morning.
watching,
Don't yell
welcome
at me.
back. All right, now it is time for the rest of the Oscar nomination announcements, including the big one at the end for Big Picture. Here are the nominees for
Big
Achievement
Picture.
in Film Editing. Don't Look Up. Dune.
Okay.
King Richard. The Power of the Dog. And Tick Tick Boom.
Okay, Tick Tick Boom hitting something.
Why, Leslie, don't you look beautiful?
Well, thank you, Tracy.
Oh, you're
Next,
welcome.
I get to announce everyone up for achievement in makeup and hairstyling. None of whom showed up at my house this morning. I did this all myself.
You did?
Yeah. Now here are the nominees. Coming to America.
Oh, wow.
Cruella.
Okay.
Dune.
Dune, yes.
The Eyes of Tammy Faye.
Oh, okay.
And House of Gucci.
Okay.
And now it is time to meet a huge movie fan coming to us from Tampa.
A huge movie fan and a huge guy. Well, to me, everyone is huge.
Oh, Leslie. He is a WWE superstar who established the award-winning Thaddeus M. Bullard Academy at Sly Middle Magnet School. The Academy's mission is to serve economically disadvantaged students by providing them with a first-class education and creating a wonderful culture of positivity. Here is Titus O'Neill.
Thanks, Tracy and Leslie. To read the names of the nominees in this next category is a fellow movie lover, 8th grade track star, high honor roll student, Courtney Anderson, who loves the entire Twilight movie series. Courtney,
Don't we
take it
all?
away.
Here are the nominees for the Best Animated Feature Film. Encanto,
Yes. Flea.
Luca,
Okay.
The Mitchells vs. the Machine,
All right. Still gotta
and
see
Raya
that one.
and the Lost Dragon.
All right. This all
Well done.
nominations.
Yay. So thanks to Titus, Courtney, and all those
Now
amazing
Shang-Chi's
students
playing.
for joining us.
And now, here are the nominees for Achievement in Music Original Song. Be Alive from King Richard.
Okay.
Dos Oruguitas from Encanto.
Okay.
Down to Joy from Belfast.
No Time to Die from No Time to Die.
Okay.
And Somehow You Do from Four Good
I
Days.
thought you was gonna say somehow this got nominated.
The category is Best Documentary Short. Oh, you're making me do the short category again.
I didn't do it. It wasn't me.
It was you. Here are the nominees for Best
Damn it.
Documentary
Something I
Short
was actually laughing
subject.
at now is
Audible, Lead Me Home, The Queen of Basketball, 3 Songs for Ben Azir, and When We Were Bullies. And now here are the nominees for Best Documentary Feature. Ascension, Attica, Flea, Summer of Soul, or When the Revolution Could Not Be Televised, and Riding with Fire.
Joining us from Times Square are New York's bravest members of the Fire Department of New York. At the microphone is fellow movie fan Lieutenant Thomas Carrera, whose favorite movie is
damn,
Goodfellas.
it's that bright this early.
Thank you, Leslie and Tracy. Coming to you live from Times Square, here are the nominees for Achievement in Visual Effects. The envelope, please. Dune,
Yes.
Free Guy,
Free Guy.
No Time to
Wow.
Die.
No Time to Die.
Shang-Chi and the Legend of the
Shang-Chi.
Ten Rings,
Okay.
Spider-Man,
And No Way Home.
No Way Home.
Dope.
Thank you
I've
so
actually
much
seen
to all
all
the
those.
firefighters, paramedics, and EMTs for all that you do. I wave every time you drive by. I say,
Damn,
hello,
something I
firefighters.
agree
I
with.
really do. Next up, the nominees for Achievement in Cinematography. Dune, Nightmare Alley, The Power of the Dog,
Dune, yeah.
The Tragedy of Macbeth,
Okay,
and West
Macbeth
Side
getting
Story.
something.
And now, here are the nominees for Achievement in Production Design. Dune, Nightmare
Dune.
Alley, The Power of the Dog,
Alley,
The
Power of
Tragedy
the
of
Dog.
Macbeth,
Macbeth.
and West Side Story.
Are those the same?
Oh my God, Leslie, are you wearing something different again?
Just because I'm hunkered down doesn't mean I can't dress up. So
Why
here
is
are
this
the
man a
nominees
pimp
for
now?
Best International Feature Film. Drive My Car, Japan.
Okay.
Flee, Denmark. The Hand of God, Italy. Luana, A Yak in the Classroom, Bhutan. And the worst person in the world, Norway.
Leslie, you keep stealing all my lines.
There's one for you.
Okay, thanks. Let's head to Ira Aldridge Theater at Howard University in Washington, D.C., where we have a special presenter. Felicia Rashad
Which
is
actress
Dean
won
of
an
the
Oscar
Chadwick
for
A.
shortest
Boseman College of
performance?
Fine
Not
Arts,
him.
and joins us with some of her students. Hello.
Hello, and thank you, Leslie and Tracy. All of our students here are so inspired by Chadwick Boseman, a Howard grad who was so committed to this university. And as you know, Chadwick was nominated last year for Best Actor, and we are so honored to announce the nominees in this category. Speaking on behalf of the students who are with us today is a senior who's receiving his BFA in acting, John Woods III.
The nominees for performance by an actor in a leading role are Javier Bardem in Being the Ricardos, Benedict Cumberbatch in The Power of the Dog,
and No Way
Andrew
Home.
Garfield in Tick Tick Boom,
Also No Way Home.
Will Smith in King Richard,
Okay.
and Denzel Washington in The Tragedy of Macbeth.
Okay, pretty good category.
Well done. Beautiful. Thank you, Felicia
Easy,
and
but good
John, and all
stuff.
of the students who joined us today.
And now, the nominees for performance by an actress in a leading role. Jessica Chastain in The Eyes of Tammy Faye.
Olivia Colman in The Lost Daughter.
Olivia Colman.
Penelope Cruz in Parallel
wow.
Mothers.
Nicole Kidman in Being the Ricardos.
Damn, Noah Anaheim.
And Kristen Stewart in
Oh,
Spencer.
she got in. Good for her.
Just 2 more categories left.
Woo! This is so exciting. The first is for achievement in directing, and the nominees are Kenneth Branagh, Belfast.
Okay.
Ryusuke Hamaguchi, Drive My
Oh,
Car.
wow.
Paul Thomas Anderson, Licorice Pizza.
Okay.
Jane Campion, The Power of the
No,
Dog.
Dune. What the fuck?
And Steven Spielberg, West Side Story.
And finally, the big one. Here are the nominees for Best Picture. Belfast.
Belfast.
Laura Berwick, Kenneth
And we're
Branagh,
10 this year.
Becca Kovacic, and Tamar Thomas, producers.
Coda, Philippe Rousselet,
Okay.
Fabrice Giaffermi, and Patrick Waxberger, producers.
Don't Look Up, Adam McKay and Kevin Messick, producers.
Drive My Car, Teruhisa
Okay.
Yamamoto, producer.
Dune, Mary Parent, Denis Villeneuve,
Just Drive My Car is
And
winning
Cale
international.
Boyter.
Unless the worst person in the
Producers.
world. That's it.
King Richard, Tim White, Trevor
Okay.
White, and Will Smith, producers.
Licorice Pizza, Sarah Murphy,
Okay.
Adam Somner, and Paul Thomas Anderson, producers.
Nightmare Alley, Guillermo del
Oh
Toro,
my.
J. Miles Dale, and Bradley Cooper, producers.
The Power of the Dog, Jane Campion, Tanya Segachian, Emil Sherman, Ian Canning, and Roger Frappier, producers.
And West Side Story, Steven Spielberg and Christy
Tick, Tick, Boom got
Makosko
snubbed.
Krieger,
Wow.
producers. 10 great Best Picture nominees. Everybody, please make sure to watch the Oscars on March 27th on ABC, and go to Oscars.org to learn how you can vote to get your favorite movie and movie moment featured on this year's Oscar telecast.
It was so exciting to wake up with you, Tracy. I can't wait for Oscar night.
You're the best, Leslie. Oh, what a treat you are. And the best part, you're already dressed.
Is there anything else, or can I go back to bed?
And now let's hear from professional
This guy's back.
Bring in Reese Feldman, if you are ready for us. We can go through the Best Picture nominees because we are dying to hear from you.
I am so excited about every picture that's nominated. This is exactly what I wanted to hear. To start off, Kenneth Branagh's Belfast. It's such a deeply personal film, and it reads through every shot in the movie. And he angles it through the lens of like adolescence, and it really just paints this really sweet portrait of a family in an otherwise tumultuous time in Northern Ireland's history. Coda. I really love when incredibly charming films like this one get recognized by the Academy. Also, while Sound of Metal was a solid stepping point for the deaf community's representation in film, Coda really drives home the point that these stories need to be told and need to get made, and it's easily one of my favorites from the year. If you haven't seen it, definitely watch it. Don't Look Up. Another one where I really just love when comedies get recognized by the Academy, and of course when the movie is headlined by Leonardo DiCaprio, Jennifer Lawrence, Meryl Streep, you know it was going to be good. And while the comedic bits are awesome, I really do love those introspective dramatic beats like the final dinner scene. Just wonderful. Drive My Car. This is one that I'm grinning ear to ear because of this nomination. The Japanese film industry has always been and remains to be such a powerhouse of cinema. And out of all the movies I've seen this year, it's definitely the most atmospheric. And its 3-hour runtime, although long, it's just every shot in it, you could just tell it's nothing short of perfect. I'm very excited that I'm alive at the same time as Denis Villeneuve, just because he is such an ambitious filmmaker, and every one of his films is just a masterpiece. He just churns out hit after hit. And Dune, he just effectively brings this amazing story right off the page, and it translates perfectly onto the screen. When I first heard that they were doing a Venus Williams and Serena Williams biopic, I thought it was going to be the normal route. But when I watched King Richard, I was so pleasantly surprised it was from the perspective of their father, and it was such a brilliant choice that 100% works. It's just like a really great biopic with a particularly interesting glance into a brief time before we knew who they were. Now, Paul Thomas Anderson is, he's always great, and Licorice Pizza is nothing short of great, and I really love the fact that not only is it a coming-of-age movie, but that he cast 2 new actors as the leads, and their acting doesn't read as inexperienced at all, but instead reads as raw and genuine, and it just works for the movie. Now, this next one, I'm a big fan of the original. Nightmare Alley from 1947 with Tyrone Power is great. So when I heard that they were remaking it, I was a little nervous, but of course Guillermo del Toro is just a genius, and he adds his own creativity to the film, and I guess his expertise on horror really helped this thriller just go over the top and be so good. Jane Campion, I love all of her work, but I really feel like this is her magnum opus. She combines the aesthetic beauty of a John Ford Western in Power of the Dog with this deeply intimate look into like the interesting power dynamics of a family, from the pond scene to the rope scene. It's all just so good. And then lastly, but definitely not least, West Side Story. It's such a great movie. Steven Spielberg is obviously one of the best directors to ever live, and he takes on such a familiar story but adds so much of his own flair to it, and it just works in the best way possible. He makes this story his own. And it's easily one of my favorites from this past year.
This has been so much fun. They should put us in a sitcom remake.
Oh, I agree. I can see it now. The Really Odd Couple. Oh my God. Leslie, can you imagine the wardrobe budget? We would look amazing.
How about we make a buddy cop movie? He's the small-time sheriff from Tennessee who came to the big city.
And she's the tough-talking cop from the wild streets of Beverly Hills. Oh my gosh, I can smell it. I smell Oscar 2023. Until then, everybody, thank you for joining us, and congratulations to all of the nominees. Make sure to watch this year's Academy Awards on Sunday, March 27th on ABC, and what a treat to spend this early morning with you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Leslie?
Yes?
I can't wait for us to reunite.
Oh, soon.
It's over. Well, that was the thing. Alright, I'm going back to bed. Good night, y'all.